welcome to the Mike Makes Stuff live stream for the first week of March. If you paid attention to the Patreon posts or Facebook, etc., I asked if I should do Iron Fist or some Captain America stuff, and considering the only response I got was not even remotely related, I am going to go ahead and do Iron Fist. The reason I'm going to do that is that the Netflix series comes out later this month. I'm pretty excited about that. I think a lot of people are going to be aware of the character by the end of this month, since those things tend to go pretty well. And I can go always do Captain America's later, maybe June or July. Be a nice piece for Independence Day or Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day, whatever we end up doing it. It also occurred to me earlier that this is National Women's History Month, so I may try and do a couple of my favorite female characters. There are a ton of them, so we'll see if I get around to that. There's lots of other stuff on the docket, and I really haven't done anything so far except set up the document, because I wanted to show folks kind of how I work my way through things to get started, get the concept set up. The first thing I did was I went and got some reference. I do this anytime I know I'm going to use a specific character. So some pretty different stuff here. For a long time, Iron Fist was kind of a joke. He was obscure and kind of silly, and then Matt Fraction got a hold of him and did a series on Iron Fist, the Immortal Weapon, and that really seemed to increase the character's popularity and make a whole thing out of it. But if we're looking at his costumes, he's basically got his jumpsuit, which really isn't any indication that it's some kind of special material. Like, it's not a Captain America kind of thing where it's really armor. In the upper left here, we've got one where it's a little bit more reminiscent of martial arts gear with the harem pants and whatnot. Things that we do have in common are these bracers or wraps, something on the wrist, and lots of secondary motion devices. He's got the sash on the waist. He's got the really long tails on his cap, and the cap is a big part of it. And then, of course, the dragon on his chest. Here it's on the costume, here it's on the costume, here it's on him, here it's on him. So those are the elements that I'm going to go ahead and try and incorporate. Those really long tails and stuff probably wouldn't be super useful in a fight. You'd probably get yanked around by those a lot. But maybe it's kind of like a Dothraki braid situation where, it's a testament to how good a fighter you are that you can have such a huge handicap and still get along. Looking at the actor whose name escapes me right now, I want to say Finn Rider, but I know that's not it. It's the Disney character from Tangled. Not quite as ripped as a lot of these comic book drawings had. He's very lean, but it doesn't look like he's got a lot of power. We'll kind of see how that susses out when I do the actual drawing. I don't know that I'm going to go for something quite so scrawny, but we're definitely going to get definition. He doesn't need to be a big, beefy guy. So I do have an idea in mind, and I'm just going to kind of go ahead and lay it down, and then I'll start going through the process of refining it. because something is up here with my and there. Okay, now it's back. This is what I usually have. I don't know what I pressed that made things go weird. What? So my eraser has what I want. My brush doesn't. Well, now I gotta figure this out. This is all very interesting, but it's really not what I need. And I have no idea how I got here. Well, I'm gonna pause the stream and try and figure this out.